Yo, what is up, guys? It is welcome to the Applink, and it is back again with me and Joe for all you lovely watchers and now listeners on Spotify.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yep, we are now on Spotify. Please go check us out. And we're back again. We've got myself, as usual, with Joe, just the two of us, chilling, and we're going to be chatting about, we got Market Watch first, then our top three, which is going to be competitive decks we like to play, and then our main topic of discussion is going to be Evo Cup. Now this episode is going to be a little bit weirder, because this is going to be the very first pre-recorded episode, as I've got some personal stuff happening next week, so this is the very first pre-recorded episode. So the dates are going to be a little bit muddled up, but hope you will enjoy, and we'll see you lot in our draw phase, which is the Market Watch. And we are back with our Market Watch. So these are cards that are going up and down in price, what you should be selling, what you should be buying right now, and just in general cards we like to see get down in price for people to buy. So Joe, what is your first pick for the Market Watch?
So my first Market Watch was just doing a quick scan on decks that are doing quite well in the format currently. So Digimon Meta is doing their new lists for post EX10, and that's the picture to be upcoming 23 as well. But at the moment, it's obviously EX10. People are just playing around with, and any old decks are just doing well. And Galacticmon is still doing well. So we love our boy, giant spaceship in space. Just death machine. And yeah, again, it's just still doing well there. So the only highly valued card, ideally, in that deck is just a promo Destron one that people are still paying for. Because why not? It kills Tamers. It's just such a strong, powerful card. And unfortunately, it's still up there in price. It really does deserve a reprint at some point.
100%.
But yeah, so promo Destron ones, if you have these and are not playing the deck, I definitely would go off and start selling them off. You could probably make, if you're generous, quote unquote, you can maybe get about like 15 quid out of it. But if you are going for like the highest you could possibly get in terms of UK pricing, you're looking at about like maybe 20, 25 pounds or something. Yeah, so promo Destromon. If you don't want it and you have it, start selling it.
Very nice. My first pick for Market Watch is going to be Cometmon Full Color from EX10, the alt art for the Atmon. It is the one that you need the most of in the deck. It's going to be your 4. It's going to be a 4. It's the protection Atmon as well, so you're going to need it. And when the full color is going for £1 or less, grab them up when you can. So yeah, it's definitely a card worth picking up if you're building Leviat app. So if you want to splash some full colors in there, definitely look at buying it. So yeah. And if people aren't using them, sell them. Get a little bit, just get £1 for them. £1 pop.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Why not?
Joe, your second pick for the Market Watch.
So for my next two picks, I kind of tried to go in theme of like what's just been recently revealed and what could potentially go up in price. And so for that, I picked Dracomon promo. So this is promo number P092. It was one of the box toppers, I believe, that you could get in one of the old packs.
Very nice.
They're going for about like £5 roughly at the moment. I'm not entirely sure if people are still using this promo in their decks. I know some people do still like it though, and just by looking at it, it actually is still a very just naturally strong promo, allowing you to climb a lot quicker and a lot easier. So if you have these lying around, I would probably hold on to them in all honesty until the set gets closer. As X1 just only got revealed, so people need to start testing it out on simulations and that kind of thing.
Very nice.
And then if it does really well, if it's looking to be a very, very strong deck, then the promo, if the bits again being used, could go up in price. So if you do have these and aren't playing it, probably hold on to them for a bit. But if you are looking to play Examon and you want to get these promos, I'd probably advise looking to get them now. So my second pick is promo, Dracomon.
Very, very nice. Double promo as well, which is kind of nice.
Double promos, because who
Yes.
doesn't love promo?
So, yes, exactly. My second pick is going to be another Atmon card, another full color, which is Eugene Ozora, the tamer
Eugene!
yes, the tamer for the Leviathan deck. The full color version, because it's in around about £3-4 right now. Unfortunately, there are no sellers in the UK right now. There are no sellers in the UK, which is insane.
No, EX10 hasn't really got any sellers in
it's
UK.
got no love in the UK, so
us
definitely
UK holders are just holding on to our stuff.
Yes. So please, if you're in UK and you want to make a little bit of money and clip that market down, it's going for roughly around about £3-4 per art, so you could easily make probably about 12 quid off of a full playset. So if you please have them, please sell them on Card Market or anywhere really. Just show it some love, get that card out there. Joe, your third and final pick, my good sir.
So my third and final pick is again going in theming with 23 releases, because like every morning I want BT23 now. CS is looking so good. But this one is probably like obvious pick is obvious, but I feel like I kind of need to just verbally say it to people out there. Don't buy this card. Mirai EX6 alt art. Yep. Don't touch it. This thing is going for £60 plus. Don't buy it. Just wait. It's getting a reprint in the Heroine box set too, along with Rena, the other very expensive secret rare tamer.
Please don't sell it.
Yes, just please, guys, if you want to play Mastermon, I know waifu tax is waifu tax and waifu deck is waifu deck, but just wait.
Yep.
Wait, have a friend, make a deal, and get the Heroine box set with them for like a fourth of the price that this card is, and just keep what you like. If you can, find that friend who wants Rena, who plays old, split the box set perfectly. So don't touch this card. If you have the old art, sell it off right away. Just get rid of it. Make your money. You could say that there's arguments to wait till BT23 closer comes out and then sell these cards, because even the standard arts can out £34. So there is probably arguments that this card's never going to go down in price. It's only going to go up in price. The only time this card will go down in price is straight away the Heroine set maybe comes out. But yeah, definitely don't touch this card with a 10-foot pole. Just get rid of it. And if you really want to maybe risk your luck in terms of getting more value for it, then wait for a little bit closer to the date of 23. Yes, Mirai EX6. Don't touch it.
Yeah, definitely a card that you want to either just sell if you're not going to be playing it, or know no one who plays it, or keep a hold of it if you know you're going to be playing it in the future. So, like, if you see it coming out and be like, oh, I have this alt art, I'm going to hold on to it just to see how it goes. So, yeah. My third and final card, all of my cards are from EX10, but there's a different reasoning why I've picked this card. Because it is Myotismon.
Myotismon.
From EX10. And this card, I would say buy now, because that loop is looking disgustingly good.
I was going to say, it's just because someone just learned what the loop does.
Yes. I need to learn the loop, but damn is it dirty. That card says,
I want a breakdown for you on how the loop goes.
So, this card is disgusting. The loop is dirty. it's definitely something to watch out for. See if it raises in price depending on how well it goes. But yeah, if you want to build the deck, buy it now, build it quick before I think this card's going to get a
It's
spike.
honestly a very, very cheap meta deck. Like, it's
Going for around
so
about
much.
£3-4 right now, so for a 12
Yeah.
for a playset, so definitely something to look out for. But yeah, that's my final pick for the Market Watch. So Joe, run us through what cards you picked.
So my picks were Destromon promo set off, Dracomon promo, hold on to, buy now, and Mirai EX6 standard and alt, sell it now, don't buy it.
Yep, very nice. And my three were Cometmon Full Art by Eugene Urazo by Full Color, and Melo Myotismon by
Malo.
Myotismon. There we go. And to buy that if you want to try the loop out for yourself. So yeah, that is our market watch, our draw phase. Next, we're going to be going into our raising phase, which is our top three, which we're going to be talking about competitive decks that we have personally liked and played ourselves. So we'll see you in the next phase. And we are back, Tamers, with our raising phase. Our top three discussion today is going to be competitive decks we like to play, as we've just had our Evo Cup literally yesterday. Got us in the mood of competitive play, how we've been talking about nationals coming up at the end of this year, so we're getting nostalgic, looking back at decks we love to play, so always love looking back. So Joe, how about you start us off? What is your third pick for decks you've loved to play, or have
So
played
my
competitively?
third pick is my oldie but goodie, a classic, nostalgic. The deck that pulled me through my big events, Greymon. Because who doesn't like Greymon? It's just too good. Like, it's got a style for nearly the two most prominent plays, which is defensive control and just hyper aggressive. Like, if you're any of those two category kind of like players, and you're very nostalgic for the game, for this franchise, Greymon's got it for you. It's one of those decks I can't say is like it is like super top tier, though maybe EX10 is changing that. It looks kind of changing that with Black War style. But like it will get you through. Like it will get you into this game. It will help you learn the game. Like Greymon's got a lot of key skills that just help teach you what this game can do, what this game does. And again, it's just been one of my most classic decks. It's my first deck that I built within this game, along with Gallant and Diaboro. It got me through all of my big locals, back in like through BT7 and BT8. And it got me again like my biggest win, like in a big event at DC, a DC Cup or whatever it was, DC Cup, Ultimate Cup, one of those two. With my like some of my highest placements, like it's just done so well for me back in the day. I really can't wait to get back into it in EX10. Try and refurbish my Greymon because I kind of like dropped out of it with the other new decks, which you'll even see some of them in this list. So Greymon's great. I love it so much. Like it had to be, and so it's my third pick.
Yeah, Greymon is always a good nostalgic pick. It's getting more support with Blackwall Greymon stuff from the EX10s, so yeah, it's definitely a good deck to solidly pick. Yes, my third pick is going to be a deck I loved, but have unfortunately fallen out in love. I have taken it to some big events and played it at our locals, and that is Fanglongmon, the God Beast himself. It's a very good deck. It's a very interesting deck to play because you're not digivolving as much. You're very heavily going on the ace mechanic and then just playing it out for nothing and just going big swings with him. It's very fun to use. But it needed something extra, like hard playing level 5s. Hard playing level 5s is just in this current format isn't great because you're passing your opponent to at least 5 memory, maybe even more. And very little of the times eat less, but most of the times you're passing that 5 memory. Yes, you've got an ace in hand, but if they remove that body, which is very easy to do nowadays, before you can ace, it's like, great, now my ace is useless in my hand. So I have taken it to a big event before. It did give me a decent placement. I think I went net even with it when we went to the big, what was it? The board game convention and everything.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
when we went there, I think I went net even with it, which was pretty good for a very much weird list for Fang Long Mong. But no, I do love the deck and everything. So hopefully it, but also it being such a wide list of Digimon and aces and himself, it will probably get some support sooner or later. We've already seen
yeah.
some B
It's got
support.
like
We've already seen some
four
Bs.
four sovereigns, and each of those have their own 4 Davers. So it's like
A lot of
whenever
Digimon.
they Mon and Terriermon, like you're like and Telomon's one of them. So it's getting something like in one way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
It's
So
so close. It's so close to doing well. I feel like it just needs some way to be a bit more
needs a
fast.
little bit of boost, a little bit of a boost.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely something to be watching out for. If you ever see any beast support, any sovereign support, definitely have a look at how it will fill into Fang Long Mong, because right now the only one we've gotten new so far is that tamer, and Fang Long only used analog youth in the past. So getting a tamer that can actually focus in on the beasts and sovereigns is going to be very interesting to see how it adds to it. But yeah, Fang Long Mong
Yeah.
is my third pick.
We're in that kind of like stage where like video games are now getting sets. So if we ever get a Digimon Survive set, you should be getting a lot of Fang Longmon support. The
Yeah.
sovereigns and himself were very prominent in that game,
All right.
from my memory.
Going on to second picks, Joe. Your second pick.
My second pick is just like a recent one that I'm kind of like enjoying. I guess I'm gonna. Can I cheat it? I don't know. I normally do.
Always cheat.
It's Omni CS. So I've been really enjoying Omni lately.
Yeah, you have.
As it's yeah, it's my main pick currently. For Bristol upcoming regionals. As of recording this. And unless CS, which I'm also very enjoying, gets really good from BT23, as 23 is going to be coming out for Bristol. I would definitely maybe switch to that. But right now, Omnimon I'm just very much enjoying. As I said in the last one, I really love Greymon. Greymon is such iconic, and who doesn't love Omnimon in one way, shape, or
Or what's the other name for it? Guru Garamon?
Yeah, I was teased because if you know Cyber Sleuth, Nokia doesn't know who Omnimon is by name, so she just calls it Greymon.
Yeah, Guru Greymon, that's it.
So I always say, like, whenever I go into the S1, oh, go Guru Greymon. It's just my little joking, nerdy
Yeah, we
moments.
always love seeing it, so.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm just very much enjoying it. I love the warping mechanic. Warping is just so iconic to me from series perspective. And I just love legally cheating in that kind of regard. You just feel dirty doing it. It's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go 3 to 6.
It's not even
You're like, what?
It's not because you're cheating, it's because it feels weird going from that level 3 to that level 6.
Yeah, you're just like, this
That's
isn't
the weird
what it
part.
should be.
And how your list has any level 4s or level 5s in it. I know you've teched some level 4s and level 5s so you can
Yeah,
build a
I
stack.
tech mine to be very, very differently. Just because it just suits my personality and like my kind of like idea on what I kind of want to be with it. So yeah, like and
Exactly.
it's heavily inspired by Alex, fellow channel member as well. As they also play Omnimon. I like there'll be a profile at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
So
explaining my reasonings, but it's. I mean, I really like it as well. Just to quickly say, it's like no two lists are the same. And everyone has different ideas and perspectives and reasonings and theories around what's good, what's not good,
exactly.
and like, which is what I love about a deck like that. Like, you can have like a tier 1 deck and it'd be like all over the place. And if like someone wants to get into the game, they can't just like do one quick search and like, oh, okay, cool, this is what it looks like. Because they do one quick search and it's like, this is what it could look like.
Here's 30 different lists of options.
The scale on what you could use is massive, and it's only going to change even next
As you've said with multiple decks in the past, though, it's pure personality at that point. It's one of those decks that is very personality drived, where you can have two people who play the exact same deck, but their deck lists are completely different because of how they play that deck. Like
exactly, and it's madness. Like my current build is theorized about from like 4 different people.
Exactly. So
it's madness.
That's
and
your
I'm just like,
exactly.
That person.
That's
for
your
me, and it's like,
yeah, but that's your personality though. You love pulling sources and like amalgamation of these decks and being like, oh, here's a new version that yes is like a comparison of like 5 different decks, but it works really well.
It
like
works
if you
for
take
me.
a little bit from that one, a little bit from that one, a little bit from these two as well, and just put them all together, it still works as an Omni deck, but it finds its own way of playing. So it's one of those decks that just like you need to work about what you want to actually do with your deck.
That's it. It's so fun. I love decks like that. But yeah, that's my second pick. And all those kind of like theories for Omnimon go into CS. Like all those reasonings. CS is so customizable. No two are the same. It's fun. You can do whatever you want with it. It's cool.
100%.
CS, like done. Yeah, that's my second pick.
Alright, moving on to my second pick. It's a deck that holds near and dear to my heart. It's not one of the first competitive decks I played, but it is a competitive deck I play a lot of and probably will never get rid of because it's just one of those decks that they'll constantly throw it a little bit of support in here and there. I'll never drop it. It is Shine Greymon. I love Marcus, punch in face, and so far the 2 decks I have said, I never owned until I was shown. Because I remember the first, going back to Fanglong, first time I was shown it was at locals, and I thought it was really sick, decided to build it. Shine Greymon, Joe had showed me, decided to build it, and then shown him up by immediately alt-arting it out, and was like, hey, I've got alt-arts, you don't. So, I have kept longer with Shine Greymon than Joe, I'm pretty sure. I think you still have a Shine Greymon lit build.
I still have it.
Yeah, you still have it lying
around. But I still take it out now, change it up now and then.
Yeah, but I play it. I think I play it more than you now. So.
Oh yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah. So, but Shine Greymon is just one of those decks that can turbo out quick enough if you find the right pieces, and it's done well for me in the past. It's my second best performing deck at like major events. I've taken it to a few now, so I've been able to definitely really grind it out, but it's my second best performing deck and I love it. It will always be mid tier, but I'm hoping it will get that power boost to where it's so close. It is actually so close. I don't
it's like know this, if this is tier 1, I feel like Shine's always just
I think the thing that's missing is some sort of Shine Greymon ace, not burst ace, just regular ace.
I feel like it's just missing protection at that point. Honestly.
Well, you say that, but then I could go pure yellow base.
Because speed is great. Like, Shine's speed is, when it works, it just feels like it's unstoppable at times. Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, it just keeps on going. It's just, it keeps getting faster, but, like, it needs protection. I think its stack needs protection, and I think it needs better way to play Mario. Other than just like that one Geo Greymon I'm allowed to use.
Yeah, the Geo Greymon only plays one, and then the Rise Grey can play multiple, but the Geo can only work at like really early.
Yeah. I feel like what I like though with the Rise Greymon is just like the Rise Greymon that you last, allowing Marcus to be aggressive before it becomes Shine.
Mm.
I think that's really smart. Like the threes and fours should be setting you up, and the fives and sixes should be allowing you to be hyper aggressive.
Yeah.
So I kind of want less Rise Greymons to play Marcus, and I want more Rise Greymons that let Marcus do things, and then I want like Geo Greys to start playing Greymon like Tamers.
Yeah, just playing them out. Like, even if we get one that says if you have one or fewer, play out of Marcus, that would just be a little
Yeah,
bit more of a boost.
or like an Agumon that says you may play a Marcus Damon in your hand for a cost reduction of 2.
Yeah, just getting them out a little bit cheaper would be
Like,
nice.
still make me pay for it.
Yeah.
But like,
Make
let me
it
play
cheaper.
one.
Make it cheaper.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just make me play it.
Yeah, Shine Greymon, always great. So there are a few ways you can play it. You can go more defensive with the Shine Blocker version. You can go really aggro, go really hard by like I've actually looked at a few lists and everything where they actually take in some ex ante in between because all of them are dinosaurs. So you can still Evo.
Yeah.
So
It's because you have that one Greymon X that lets you reduce costs. Is it that one?
I'm not too sure.
Because your rises will always cost on a
3.
normal Greymon, but 3 on Geo.
Yeah, 3 on Geo, 4 for regular.
Yeah, but you have that one Greymon X that's limited that says cost -1 for each color it has. So they then always cost 2.
Yeah, which is insane. So
It's really good.
yeah, so no, Shine Greymon, second pick, really good deck. Joe.
I'm thinking of CF1, Billy. Thinking of it right now. There's a Rise
Joe,
Greymon.
your third and final pick.
So my third and final pick is my boy. It's the Royal Knight that I love so much.
And
that
it's currently
isn't
on
Omnimon.
rent.
And it's currently on loan. And it's Gallantmon.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
It's Guillemon. It's my boy.
Guillemon.
It's Togato. I love it so much. Again, it's one of the first decks I played in this game. It's been my favorite Digimon since I ever watched Season 3. And so the moment from like set 1, I was able to build this guy's deck, even though it was never great. Until just recently. Yeah, I always loved this. I've always loved building it. I've always loved playing it. I don't think I've actually taken him though to a big event. Though yeah,
I will be representing your boy.
Like everybody else takes my boy, and I'm always tempted to play something else. Like it was like Machine Dramon or Gammamon, or when I really got into Galaxy Toolbox, I played that. Like, but I never like played Gallant. Like I think I played him at locals like now and then, and he did well for me. But I never took the courage to like take it to a big event. Because I always like back in my head, I always just thought doing well now, but
yeah, exactly.
The moment I take it and I get there, round 1, the bricks will probably start showing. I don't know. I've never felt like taking it, but he'll always be my favorite. Like he'll always
100%.
be like my favorite competitive deck, even though I've never played it at a big competitive event. He will just always be my favorite. Like it's not as customizable in theory as the other decks I've picked. If you're saying like I'm playing a Gallantmon deck, if you're playing a Guillemon deck, then you've got many different ways to play it. But like if you're playing Gallant, it is kind of linear, which I kind of like. I kind of like having a competitive deck that is just like I need to do a quick Google search on what people are doing, and I'll have like 90% of the deck already done.
Basically, yeah, go on.
And then like the last bit would be like the text that other people are playing or the text that you like playing, but like you will be able to look at Galen and know that again, like 90% of your deck is kind of like salt, which is great for your mentality when trying to pick a deck for a big event. Because you know, like this has just been tested, it's proven, this works. It's
100%.
like you play this, you play that, and that's it. And then then it's just kind of like your style. Like at locals, like the biggest style changes and choices are people are speaking of like, do you like Cowboy or do you like Takato?
Literally what I was about to say. It's literally
And it's
like,
just like kind of like that. Like some people like that, some people like the other, and then you got someone like me who's like, I kind of like both. You know, like in my last build, I kind of like doing both of them, and like again, so that's just kind of good.
yeah, going. It is very much your level 3s to level middle. I would say some of your level 6s is basically picked out.
Yeah,
for
your
you.
3s and 6s are just kind of like done.
Yeah. Your 6s are kind of customizable, but at the same time, it's like very much almost a standard list. I would say that's a little bit more customizable. Maybe splashing in a few level 7s is very much personal. But then maybe your option cards are like kind of standard, maybe nowadays.
Yeah.
It's your tailors that are
standard
the
stuff.
like, oh, what do you want to play Daemon-wise?
Yeah.
Here's 4 slots,
the
go with
changes are
it.
the biggest change. The 4s are kind of like all over the place now and then, though. Just everyone says, yes, you're playing 3 Grandmon X. That's it. Everything else is everywhere else. But yeah, I love Ganem. It's my favourite. And Guilmon's my favourite.
Very.
And I'll love playing this deck.
Yeah, exactly. Very nice. My third and final pick is going to be the very first deck I took to event. I was thinking about this and I was like, hold on. This is the very first competitive deck I took to an actual, I think it was Ultimate Cup, I believe it was, when Steve was still playing. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
And this was old school Blue Flare. It's got to be Blue Flare.
Was it Blue Flare? I thought it was Cross Heart.
No. So Cross Heart was my first deck I took to a locals. This was the first locals I ever went to when Cross Heart was being able to digivolve and have Armor Purge, when Cross 5B was still a thing, and when ×4 wasn't limited. My first competitive deck was Blue Flare, and it's Shane who's joined us.
Hey, Shane!
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, not too bad, you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, no, so Blue Flare was my very first competitive deck I ever took to a big event. So, gotta be at the top of the list. It's still good. It's still somewhat good nowadays, but obviously it hasn't had the limelight it has in previous events, but it's still one of my top favourite decks. So, Shane, do you want to quickly run through your top 3 competitive decks you like to play? Yeah.
Can I just put Gil 3 times over?
You just love Gil that much.
Guilmon 3 times over.
I mean, that's fair.
No, but all jokes aside, nah, just joking. I was like I do like the Gil engine, but not that much. Like realistically, what? So like viability. Obviously, we're going to talk. I would say the Gil engine is probably number 3 on my list. In the sense of like all the multiple decks that it's run through, because they all kind of have their own place, but they're all doing pretty well.
Very true.
Number 2, I'd probably put number 2. Probably Royal Knights at number 2. I think Royal Knights has been one of those weird decks where it is uniquely strong right now. It's fallen off a bit because everyone is floodgating against it, but it was also one of the first decks I ever picked up, which was kind of helped me get back into this game. So I do like the deck. It's just very expensive.
Yes, it's not. The price is not good for it.
Yeah, that's the main setback on like Royal Knights. Is just the whole deck is just wildly expensive because it runs a lot for like secret cards mainly.
Yeah, true.
And then obviously number 1, anyone who knows me knows this is probably going to be my number 1 of all time, Purple Hybrid.
Yeah.
It'd be a hybrid somewhere. There's always a hybrid somewhere.
It's going to be Purple Hybrid. Like, I don't think any deck has been as dominant in a singular format as that deck was at its peak.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like that deck at its peak was probably the best deck in the game. The only deck really stopping it at the time was Mirage because of the sheer amount of draw engine the deck had.
Yeah.
So you punish them.
All right. Joe, do you want to run through your top 3 very quickly? Run it back.
So my top 3 is Greymon. Greymon Toolboxes as my number 3. The Omnimon/CS is my number 2. And my number 1 is Gallantmon.
Very nice. And my top 3 was Fanglongmon as my 3rd pick, Shine Greymon as my 2nd pick, and Blue Flare as my final pick. So that's going to be ending it, our top 3 discussion today. Now we're going to be moving on to our main phase, which our main discussion today is going to be Evo Cup, Nationals, and BT23 Tour. So we'll catch you lot in the next phase. Bye-bye.
When you have to face a fight, be strong, give it all your might.
And we are back, Tamers, with our main discussion. Joining us, we have Shane. He popped in for the last phase, and he'll be joining us for a little bit more of the main phase. So we'll get his input. Our main discussion today is going to be our Evo Cup that has just happened, Nationals that has been announced for December, and also a little bit of BT23 talk because we've had some new cards that could be using for discussion. So, Evo Cup. That was an event.
Great.
Evo Cup was good.
Yeah, no, Evo Cup was fun. I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah. Same.
I did far better than I expected I would.
I did about what I expected.
What was it that you played again?
I was playing Myotis Luke.
Myotis. Oh yes, that was it. How did you
Yeah,
find
so
Myotis?
Generally, I think the decks. I think the. Yeah. I think it's a solid deck. I think like a solid tier 2 deck. Most of the time, it has like 2 major weaknesses with it, which is it's a slow start deck where it does take a second to get rolling. Once the ball is rolling, like you just go crazy fast, but it just takes quite a bit of time to get to that point. And then the other point is it is a snowball deck, and the problem is because of that, it also runs out of steam. Like even if you're doing your loops, there are a lot of situations where you just run out of 5s. And if you run out of 5s, you kind of just die.
Is it a specific 5 you're running out of?
No. The deck literally just needs you to have a 5. Basically, any 5 that's not named Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, 80% of the deck. But the problem is, because of how much you're turboing through your deck with draws, discards, top 5s to discard, a lot of them end up in trash. And because that, you do eventually run out, and that's where the problem starts. So I think the more competitive side of the deck is going to be like actually figuring out when you've put enough 5s into the trash and starting to like trash everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Very fair.
That's going to be like the main thing as well.
Right. Yeah, because you played Chris's deck, didn't you?
Yeah, I was playing Chris's list.
If you were to like change anything, like on the top of your head, what would you have changed afterwards?
So the two main problems I had when I was running it yesterday was number 1 was he was playing the old 3-cost tamer. I can't remember the name of the guy. It's the dude, but it's like whenever a Myotis dies, you tap it, gain a memory, and then if this is suspended at the end of your opponent's turn, you pop it to play a Mallow.
Yeah.
My issue with this is because the deck is all based around the names of tamers, it actually blocks you from playing out the setter that gives rush.
Right. Yes.
And so a lot of the time you're struggling to close out the game because the only way to get the setter out is through the Myotis inheritable, and that's it. Just makes doing your plays really rough. Where if you just didn't have it, you could just freely spam out the rush. The rush gain 1 memory. Because a lot of the time, what I found myself doing is when I was doing double 5 pops for Mallow, I'd play the Mallow, pop it, give it rush for the memory, because then the tamers would just replay the tamer back out anyway. So it's like I'm just getting +1 memory for nothing.
Fair.
Right.
But yeah, so that was like the main one. And then secondary was just switching egg counts around. I think a lot of people are on QP right now, which after playing the deck a lot, I don't think QP is the way to go. I think the deck is very memory efficient at what it does already. Like
Yeah,
it can
so
be a bit rough if you're getting chased, but it is very memory efficient once it gets going, which is really the only point you actually care about. And I think actually having the discard to draw two Demi Merit Egg is worth way more. I think just getting into your pieces slightly faster and being able to see more fives, because what you can actually do with the Demi Merit Egg is like trash Nidhogg, you can trash the Mallows. Basically, you're trashing all the pieces that are bricky in your hand to gain your non-bricky stuff.
True.
Yeah. Do you
I
remember?
saw those
Yeah.
moments.
Go on.
Sorry, Ben. I keep interrupting you unintentionally.
Nah, it's cool.
I was just gonna quickly say, I saw those moments where you're getting frustrated that things weren't dying. Would you think about playing options like one cost options to just kill your stuff?
No, that was more just that was more the Demi Merit eggs weren't triggering, and I was being a bit bricky. My hand was just a bit bricky because of that same problem that I was saying, where I was running out of those fives.
Yeah.
So that was more just I wanted to extend my search into a few more cards and try and hit that five, so I could close the game out. And it was just a bit annoying that like I was swinging with like 1Ks and they just weren't dying, but it happens.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not going to put in extra one cost options to delete 1Ks.
Yeah.
No, so Shane, going off that, do you remember your win-loss ratio from Evo Cup?
Oh yeah. I went exactly 2-2.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, I went dead even. I will say my last game against Ben playing Purple Hybrid, I probably should have won that game, but I misplayed game 2, which caused my loop to end one swing early, and that caused me to lose the whole thing basically. So
okay.
I could. So realistically, looking at it, if I did it correctly, I should have been on a 3-1. But because I made that mistake, I ended up on a 2-2.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So, Joe.
So again, it's one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe.
Oh no, continue.
Your Evo Cup experience.
It was good. Yeah, I went 3-1.
Very nice, 3-1.
Yes, I went 3-1 with Omnimon. My first big time playing it other than just normal local. And it was with the last build that I put together. It was one I was like focusing on a lot. So it was just like, yes, right, I'm gonna probably test this out now. Get good. Like, not that locals isn't good testing. It's just, and no fault to anyone who does it. Merits anyone who just plays whatever they want. With locals, you're not guaranteed to get like hyper competitive decks up against you.
No.
So being able to be at an Evo Cup where there's this like big pricing on the line, quote unquote, and that kind of stuff, people are going to bring the best that they can. So, having an Ultimate Cup where I can the pricing is something that I would like. I play DL and having an ult very nice, but I can relax. Like, I can just be like, this isn't like huge. My Nats invite isn't line, that kind of thing. So I can just be relaxed and just purely focus on how my deck is going. Like, can I change anything with it? Is this working? Is it not working? Do I need to any change that need to be made? And in all honesty, maybe I could swap out one card in my deck to be something else, but it's then also just figuring out what that something else could be. But overall, my important text that I like, what I find, what I really wanted to properly try out, they were working very nicely. I think I only bricked like maybe twice throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
Which isn't exactly uncommon with Omnimon. Like, Omnimon can brick quite easily. And I think there was only like one big misplay that I kind of like made. I was fumbling a lot in Chris. But that's just because I was also trying to because he was questioning what I was doing. Like, why are you playing around aces? I don't have the ace. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to try and play that I don't know that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was trying to I had game 3 times in a single game. But I was like, is it smart to just blindly swing with an Omni Ace at security when I know he has a body?
Only thing I'd say on that, Joe, is on the basis of what you're saying about like trying to play as if you don't know what his deck is. It is also a case of what you have to think is what deck is your opponent playing? Is it like very common for them to play aces? Because obviously,
Yes.
if you look at like 99% of puppet lists, no one's playing any aces at the moment.
True,
Like,
that is
in
true.
deck. Because the deck is very like controlling in the way it works anyway, so that's why they don't really react if they have to play aces. So the only thing I'd say in that scenario is just take it on the basis that it's probably in that 99 percentile and just go for that swing, because realistically, no one's going to be playing those aces in that deck. It's more about thinking about what deck you're playing against. They're more about like, do I know his deck because it's my friend? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I was just too focused on like I know Chris, I know do this.
Yeah,
like,
more than anything, I think you were just in that scenario where you're like, this is Chris. He could probably do something cheeky and just have like a random goddamn ace in here somewhere.
Yeah, something like that. So so I was kind of like flomping that game on that mentality, but as Shane like did out, like I didn't really need to do that, but I was again like going back to like before. It's just an Evo Cup. I can relax, like if I lose it, fine, whatever. And I just learn that it's a bit harder to play around maybe that mentality.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
just
if I have games, go for it.
go on.
But it was good. Like I'm glad that some of the things I was playing was working out for me. Like I know a lot of people don't play the Owen Agumon, but I was actually really liking it. It was helping out a lot. I know few people don't like the Greymon Skull Greymon. That is like one of the things I'd change, was just maybe Skull Greymon 2-1 and just have him there as like a great if I don't and whatever. But the only issue is that I can't search it because it's purple.
That's why maybe dropping it down to 1 probably is going to be a good idea.
Yeah, like there was a few times where he was just chilling in my hand, just like not doing anything, and it's not like there was just one of him in my hand. Like it was just like just two, both of them were just in my hand.
Was there any time where you searched and you hit Skull Greymon and you couldn't take it, but if that was a different card, it would have been a hit?
Maybe, yeah. There was probably a few times where like if Skull Greymon was like another key, then like yeah, cool, that might have changed something. So that could maybe be a swap around. It's just figuring out what other rookie I would maybe make. The ideal is that I'd play another Gabumon, but there's unfortunately no blue Gabumons that could like instantly do something for me, whereas the other rookies do. Because all the rookies I'm currently playing instantly do something when they hit the. It's like if it's the CS Agu, I'm getting a Omni piece back from trash. If it's Gabu, I'm searching. If it's the Owen Agu, I'm getting a key or Greymon back from trash.
Yeah.
Well, Greymon specifically. So it's like they're all doing something great, right? Whereas like if I'm trying to find a Gabu that can just instantly do something, the best I can think of is either the black ones from EX4, but they're black. So my Wisteria boost misses them and they can't either on my egg. Or it's the BT5 Gabu. Who does search, but he whiffs all the Greymon bits and can't either in the back either.
Good. Just a question about your list quickly, actually, just because we're on that topic as well. You're playing the Koromon egg still, right?
Yeah, because it's red base. Joe was telling me to play red base, and I've been very much liking red base.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with this. I've actually enjoyed the black egg a lot more, and I think it's way more consistent because it doesn't require you to actually swing before you get your draws.
Yeah,
that's the main reason I like it more. Because what I found is when you're playing red base, it's asking you to play more aggressive. But you're playing a deck that doesn't need to be aggressive because you can just one turn.
Yeah,
and by moving over to the black base, you would also gain access to the black Gabumons.
They're black Agu and Gabumons, and they can go in the back, which is always great.
Yeah.
This is like the dilemma that Omni has between the bases, because there's always merits to both, and I'm like, what do I play?
It's like
there
what
is
it?
merit to just going with Black Gabu and just don't care that I can't go in the back. Like I just
Generally,
it's the black one and I just play it.
If you are short on like some numbers, that is something you can just do because generally the Black Garbo is very good still.
Yeah, like
and
I can just
have it.
play it even in red base. Like you never
That's
really
what
want
I
to
mean.
evolve those guys in the back anyway. Like
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like at most you might find like the odd game where that's like the only rookie you see, and then you're just sitting there going, "Well, a bit unlucky."
Yeah,
fair enough.
just like I'm just gonna have to pay 3 and just hope he sees me another rookie.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, so it's great. Like I got lots of time. I can just do lots of testing. I might throw out one Skullgrave and put that Gabu in, try it for locals and just see how it goes. But no, it was good. I'm very happy with how it worked out. I'm very happy that I managed to get some prizing in the end, which is fantastic. And again, three wins, 1 draw. 3 wins, 1 loss. The only thing I lost to was Hero because I did a floop in 1 game and I just got turbo quickly.
Yeah,
it happens in that. It happens in that.
I bet you're loving that. All the prizing is.
I got the Diaboromon.
Yeah, all of it is
like,
Diaboromon, so it's like all Diaboro prizing. So
that's it.
Very nice.
Okay, guys. With that, I'm gonna have to bounce.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much for joining us, Shane.
No worries. Have a good afternoon, guys.
Yep. You too.
What are you playing today, quickly, before you go?
Oh, I literally have no clue. It's between like 3 decks right now. It's like Levy, Sakuya, and Birds. So we'll see.
Dice roll then.
Dice roll.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, have a good afternoon, guys. I'll let you know later how it goes.
All right, cool.
Have fun. See you.
All right, that was Shane joining us just there. So yeah.
Ironically, he was waiting for his regionals.
Yes.
So there we go. Or another Evo Cup. So that's fine.
So
yes, Billy, talk through how you played because you played.
I played Gallimon. I had an experience at Evo Cup. Is all I'm going to say. I'm not going to
That's one way of putting it.
Yes. I'm not going to name drop or anything because I don't want to throw shade or anything or that person to come up to me and be livid.
You had some unfortunates.
So my round 1 and round 2 was very, very good for me. Had a lot of fun playing. I went against App Hero for round 1. When 1 and 2, just because it's speed versus speed, I had no complaints about my deck. And
you got it to game 3.
Yes, like all my my first 2 rounds always went to game 3 because it was just good matchups. App Hero just was that speed. So unfortunately I did lose. Demon Lord was my round 2. 7 Great Demon Lords was a 1-1-1. I drew that because of time constraints. So round 1 ended super quickly. I established Omnimon very quickly on board, had him down to 1 security. He then did a fluke by biting Crush my Omnimon, which doesn't affect it because it's a level 7, and then he passes turn. And he literally hand slapped, being like, I'm an idiot. I was like, before I take my turn, why are you an idiot? Or I actually said, before I kill you, why are you an idiot? He showed me his hand, and when I had 2 Creepymons, I was like,
you could have creepy it.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Omni swing, I pass turn, end of attack, end of turn, I swing again, I win. But unfortunately, we went to time. I had him down at 0 security, I could have won, but the time constraint was just,
dear God, no.
And then round 3 happened. So, I'm going to preface this and say I'm not going to name drop, and I'm not going to dispute. I'm going to say Ethan's name here, but Ethan was very fair about this and everything, and I'm not saying he was bad at doing the judging. I understand he's not a judge, but judged it at a very fair comparison.
He's a judge for Magic.
Yes, he's a judge for Magic. So
he's an official judge for Magic, and the ruling that we kind of had was not so much a Digimon-specific ruling scenario. It's a generic card game scenario.
Yes.
I got called over as our friendly bystander helper, as I like to.
As our watching judge, basically.
Yeah. just kind of like that third person outside the scenario where I can just give an outside point of view and that kind of thing. And if the parties are happy with what I say, they can go with it.
Yes.
So I heard the two sides were saying two different things. So as I didn't see what happened, I couldn't exactly pick someone because that's very biased. Very biased looking. So I went to Ethan. We got a scenario that's not Digimon related, so you can help us out if you can, please. And he gave a call, which from hearing what it is, completely fair call.
Yes, and it's not like I've got anything against.
Completely makes sense.
Yeah, which is completely fair. I said, "Yep, I'm gonna be okay with that." Like, it's not like I can say to Ethan, "Nah, that's bullshit" and everything, because then I could easily he could say, "Okay, you DC'd, leave the shop." He could easily do that. So I was like, "No,
that's very dramatic." But yeah,
no, it could happen. It could happen.
That could just be game lost, and that's just it. Like, then both of you lose.
Yeah.
So it's like, at that point, I was literally, if Ethan didn't want to help out, we just gone back to you and go, cool. Since none of you can make a decision, none of you can lead up to something. This is a game lost. You both lose. You go game.
Go round 3.
Yeah, you just go round 3.
Yeah. So going back to the game,
that kind of thing.
So
yeah.
I'm not going to name drop. I'm not going to say the situation because it's just nothing to be talked about. But the only thing is that the person I went against, the people who are our friends who were at the Evo Cup, will understand the situation I was in, and the person I went up against isn't. I'm trying to put this in a very nice way, but also get the point across. Isn't. How can I put this?
They're very suspicious.
Yes.
In terms of their play.
Thank you, Joe. I was very much blanking on what to say.
Yeah. They're very suspicious.
They're known for doing certain things.
They're very known for misleading conduct in the game.
And it's gotten to the point where. Go on, Joe.
You need to be You need to keep track of fully what's going on in the game.
Literally.
So it's getting to that point now where if you're up against these kind of people and you have these at your if they're not going to announce what they're going to do, you have to do it. It's unfortunate, it's just going to have to get to that kind of point.
Yeah.
Where if they're going, cool, draw for turn, do this, do that, stamp, like, unsuspend phase and that kind of stuff, you're just going to have to start saying it to yourself. You're like, cool, draw phase, unsuspend phase. And if they're known for these kind of players that play decks like Mind Link at start of main, that kind of stuff, you need to now start announcing start of main, are you going to Mind Link?
And if they do do it at that start of main.
You have to go through it. Because if people like that are known to just like miss things or do things slightly incorrectly, that maybe they're not doing it intentionally, who knows? I'm just saying for just general people in general. Like 100%. If people like this aren't known for doing it intentionally and they just flew by mistake, you need to help them. You need to support them. Whether in your head you're thinking, I'm helping this person beat me, like, these are triggers that they're allowed to do, and they need to be able to decide them, because a lot of cards in this game aren't optional, they are mandatory. So if they are missing mandatory triggers, you need to tell them these mandatory triggers, because it's not only helping them, it's helping you. Because if something does mishappen and something does go wrong that changes the game completely, and a judge needs to get called, you both need to understand what's happened.
Yes, exactly.
So this decision, sorry if I completely took over, Billy.
No.
But the end scenario happened. The end scenario got chosen because Billy didn't remember exactly what he hit in security.
Yeah.
So if they were both understood that X card got hit in security instead, the game could have, the outcome could have changed differently. So one of the guys there said, you're just going to have to make mental notes, write them down, saying that got hit in security, that got hit in security. or you need to both be understanding that no, last card that got hit needs to be on top of the trash. You can fiddle with the rest of it, but keep that last card on top, so we know exactly what was the last thing that hit there. Because with a lot of rulings, the judges may ask you to rewind the game state, go backwards, so you can go like that thing happened last, then this thing, then that thing, and then the judge can make a fair call.
Yeah,
but because
they can make a more fair call from them then understanding what the board state was and where it got messed up. So
that's it.
That's
the big thing that I always do.
Yes.
Whenever someone goes, "Can you help us out here?" They'll start saying it. I'll go, "Cool, right, bum." Go exactly what happened. What was the first thing that happened? This thing, cool. Then that, then this, then that, cool. Right, boom, done. That's it.
Yeah, it just helps you to understand the board state. But just going back and everything to what you said about watching these people and everything, but it's not that this person is not notorious for doing that sort of thing. He's also one of our other friends who played against him in a different round had on board a way of killing him, and he was time wasting. He was going through his deck, like going through moves very slowly. And if you do see this at an event, you need to call it. You need to be, why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting time on this round? You can see I've got board state, I've got protection, and I can kill you next turn. And you've got no security. Either speed up your turn and say pass turn, or just scoop now. Because you can understand I've got board state. Unless you've got something in your hand that can kill me, do it, or just end the game, end the round, let's go round 2.
With those kind of scenarios, there's merits to being patient, and I completely respect anyone who's patient with
there is like this. So going off of that real quick.
But
there's a difference between being an arsehole about it, but then also being like just waiting until, because you could give them 5 memory and then be like, oh, I've got game, hurry up. That's being a dick. Because if they've got searching in their hand, they could search for what they need. So I would say wait until the memory gauge goes down to 1 or 0 memory. Once that happens, say, right, I've got game next turn. Can you do anything to stop me, yes or no? If they say no, then say, right, do you accept that this is, I've won this round, can we go to game 2? Be very polite about it. Don't... Yeah. So there is definitely a difference.
If you still have game 2 and 3, cool, just talk it out, sort it out, and be done with it. But yeah, there's merits to being patient, and then there's merits to, like, if it's the round, if it's the game that gets you the round, be polite. Go like, do you honestly have game? Like, can you stop me? That kind of thing. And if they go, I don't know, call someone over. Just call someone over. Just go, like, maybe wait a little bit, let them think, then call someone over. Go like, judge or whatever it is, come over here. And if go, what's going on? Just go like, I've clearly got game next turn. Next turn, it's my turn. I win.
We've only got 5 minutes left.
I've asked them, can they stop? And they're from my perspective, wasting time. Can you clarify it with them?
If this
is
like,
if it was me in that scenario, I would go over to them. I will start whispering to them. Like, walk me through your hand. Honestly, can you see something that saves you? So, and if they're gonna go, I could do this and I could do that, I would then go through it in my head, and if I know 100% that's not going to save you, that doesn't work. That's not going to save you.
It may get you a bigger board, but if it doesn't stop me...
I'll privately tell them, nothing in your hand's going to save you. You're wasting time. Just scoop it up and done.
Yeah. And if that means you go to round 2, or if you go to round 3, then...
Because it's not fair on that opponent to get a draw because that person just wants to waste time.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong for doing this, and if I am wrong and there's any judges watching and listening and go, I'm not allowed to do that, tell me.
Then
And
fair.
I will not do that. But in my perspective, if I can avoid a draw, just because someone's
of a
clearly
time
wasting time
constraint.
doing it, like a malicious draw, then I will avoid a malicious draw, whether they're my friends or not.
Yeah. So the only reason why
I could not know the person who's winning, and
Yeah.
I'll do it.
So the only
You'd
reason,
be like, I'll
yeah,
get them the win because it's not fair. Not fair.
yeah, exactly. So
But
yeah, the only
But
reason why we're
these
talking
people
about this, yeah, is because
like this exist. And
yeah,
just need to know how to work
these
around
people
it.
will exist. These people will try and manipulate the game so they always win, or they make it so they don't have a round loss, they have a round draw instead. But the person we are talking about is notorious for doing this kind of thing, even at locals, even at when we do go to regionals and everything. He's notorious for doing this.
Fine. We're
So
trying to sit out.
we're either trying to get him to
Trying to split it out.
change, or we're trying to get. Or I don't like saying this because obviously it seems like we're just basically drilling into this person because of how they play the game. It's because we're trying to make sure that everyone has a good time, but also making it fair for everyone. If that kind of makes sense. But it's
If
getting
you're
to...
a naturally slow player because you're mentally slow, fine, understandable. But with games like this, from my understanding, like even if you're mentally slow, like you're slow to pick things up, if you've been doing something repetitively over and over again, in this case, you're playing the same deck over and over and over and over and over again every single week. Like, there's no, in my opinion, excuse to be.
I don't
Like,
think
you
he's
should
changed
know-
decks in a God
You
knows
should
how long.
know your deck at
Yeah.
this point. And like, if your argument is like, well, yeah, but my opponents are playing new decks, that doesn't excuse the slowness
On your side.
entirely, because you have ample amount of time on your opponent's turn to ask them questions. And a lot of board states can be simply fixed for you mentally by just going, what do you have? What can you do if I do this?
Mm-hmm.
Your opponent will know what your deck does most of the times. And if you go, right, if I delete this, what happens? If I digivolve this, what happens? If I attack, what happens?
It literally is
They
just...
will tell you because they have to.
Yeah, because it is board knowledge. Or even simpler, you can be like, right,
Like,
start of turn
those
effects,
kind of
main
questions.
effects, attacking, when
Yeah.
I attack effects, on deletion effects. Just simple,
Yeah.
quick questions.
All these
Just to
things
ask
are
about
knowledge.
board state is one of the most best things you can do on your opponent's turn. Or even
Yeah.
before you do anything on your turn, after you draw and during your breeding, say, right, on deletions, if I raise...
The moment your main phase starts, what happens?
I would say even before that, as soon as your breeding phase hits, if you've got something you can raise up, be like, right, I to your opponent say, thinking on breeding, what is on your board? Just quick summary.
What
quick.
happens? What can I do?
Yeah.
Like, that kind of thing.
What do you stop?
Like,
what is not allowed right now? Quick
there's a
board
lot
state.
of things that people will naturally do and ask questions to fix their slow mental state in this kind of scenarios. But some people don't. And when you tell these people, like, you need to start doing this because you're slowing games down because you don't ask these kind of questions to help you. If you can tell that they're just refusing to do so, you need to watch these. Unfortunately, you just have to. But yeah, that was your round. Yeah,
Yeah, that was my
your
round
game
3.
and that got you to a loss, wasn't it?
Yes, and
Really?
it's now gotten to a point where we haven't started. Well, I think we've started doing it, but we're not trying to get him kicked out. But we have told Ethan about this player and he said, right, when stuff happens, you need to call me over so I can see it. And against this player, I will talk to him because otherwise, it's getting to a point. So many people have gone to Ethan about him that Ethan has said, if this is a continuation thing, he won't be allowed to play. Which I don't want to see happen, but because it is a continuation thing, that is Ethan's call from Darksphere. None of us are being like, oh, all collectively, we want to say he's out. We don't want to do that as a community. But at the same
I'd rather
time...
fix things than...
Yeah, exactly. You'd
Right.
rather try and make it enjoyable for everyone.
We keep our community open to everyone, all types of players, all types of people. And I'm more than happy to help anyone learn this game and help anyone get better at the game. Not saying I'm the best, but I'm happy to help everyone get to they feel comfortable, they're happy, they're playing at speeds and paces that everyone is happy with. But if someone doesn't ask me, I can't do anything.
No.
Like, I can't force myself over and give my personal opinion on like your slow. Because it could be for various reasons and that can sound offensive. And I don't want to be offensive to people.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, so we're trying to sort things out with these kind of people, and if you have these kind of people, think to yourself, ask around. Don't just judge by your own point of view.
Yeah,
ask
exactly.
around. Ask other players at your locals and go, do you think this is happening kind of this person, X person? And if they go, yeah, I can see them doing that. I see they're doing that kind of like speak to your local judge, speak to your shop's owner or organizer and that kind of stuff, and just start watching. Don't be malicious straight away. Ask them for advice, ask them for help. Go, are you okay? Do you want to know what's going on? Yeah, cool. I can do this, I can do that. Like, what can you do? Like, play. And if time's taking too long, give it a minute, give it or two, go, right, can you do something? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you've got 30 minutes left on the clock, mate, chill out. If you've got 5 minutes left on the clock and you've got 5 minutes after that, yeah, cool. start saying.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
It's just one of those things, really.
It's just one of those things. It happens.
Yeah. So that was my round 3. Going off of that and everything, like, we're not going to talk about it anymore. It's done and dusted. It's what's happened. But just for people who have got these players, just be wary. Don't, like Joe said, don't be malicious about it. Don't be an arsehole about it. But just, like he said, ask everyone else in your locals who have gone against this player, said, hey, this and this has happened in multiple games I've gone against him. Has this happened to you? And if they say yes, maybe be like, right, he needs to start changing his way. He or she or they, them, need to start changing their ways. Otherwise, something needs to give. Either they need to get better at time management or not miss playing with cards that they've been playing for 3 or 4 months, or the shop needs to be notified. Kind of thing. And that's never something good that you want to do, but if they're not changing their ways, then notifying the shop is probably the only option you have left, because you don't want to go up against them and be like, great, now I've got to watch every single one of their plays, watch all of my plays, making sure I'm not messing up, and then if they do decide to do a misplay and do something they can't do, I've then got to call it out and take more time up doing that than...
To be fair, no, if you're calling a judge, doesn't take out your time. They will, judges will give you time.
Yeah, so...
because the game's being paused.
Yeah, literally.
To solve an issue. So, in theory, whenever I help people out, it doesn't take too long. But in that scenario that you had, you could have been given like a 5-minute extension.
Yeah,
or something like that.
We didn't need it.
5 minutes gives you enough time for both players to at least have one more turn each. In theory. Yeah, so you could have been given a 5-minute extension if that did happen, like if it went to time.
Yeah, if it went to time.
But yeah, it was just an overall loss and nothing really needed to happen.
Nah, so... but then round 4, went against Chris, against Puppets. That was a complete wipe for me, unfortunately, because all my deletion effects are mandatory. So that was unfortunate.
But you learned something.
Yes. Either get up to my level 5 in back, or when I am as a level 4 in the main area, digivolve into Ground 1 X and not have an X ante underneath, so that I don't get my deletion.
Yeah, War Ground 1. Yeah.
Which is a very funny thing to do.
Lyman.
which I only figured out after our games. But it was definitely some good knowledge.
He's not going to tell you during the game.
Yeah, no, exactly. But no, it was definitely some good knowledge for me for learning Gallant and everything. And as Joe pointed out at the Evo Cup, he said it's the best training arc I've ever had for a deck.
Yes,
as you've put it.
It's the longest you've stuck with a deck learning something new, which has been very, very good to see. In all honesty, like you've stuck with this one. You've been keeping going on and on with it, changing it up, seeing new lists, seeing ways of playing. You're playing against different decks constantly. You're having games when you're asking questions afterwards. It's like, what would you have done? What that kind of thing. I've made my decision. What would you have done? And you're getting everyone's opinions, which is very, very good. And again, you're changing it. The moment I see someone changing a deck, like, cool, passionate now. they're properly thinking about it. They're not just sticking to the same thing over and over again. Because if you are, you're not improving, you're not winning, or that kind of. If you're still losing, then you're not caring. In all honesty,
very true.
It can be seen as that. But the fact you're like playing games, you're winning, you're losing. Okay, piles of cards, please. I want to change.
Literally, I yell over to you, Joe. I need all the spare stuff.
It's getting to a point now where I'm just like, just take these with you. Just take it all. You're constantly changing stuff,
which isn't a bad thing.
You're trying out new text. You're trying out things that in your mind think like, okay, this does half the thing I want it to do, but I'm missing something. You know, okay, cool, I'm swapping out to this now.
Exactly. It's like a perfect example of that is Takato. I'm running two different
you took out one mem set and you put a different one in.
Yes, because of the secondary effect that I just wasn't using off of the first one, and someone pointed out, oh, this different mem setter is obviously a mem setter, the same as this one, but then it has a secondary effect that is very useful late game. And I didn't think of clock it until I read it. And I was like, oh, this is actually really good late game because I can just push out a Geo. It's the, what was it, BT12 memory cell?
So it's the one that lets you
main effect. Yeah.
Like warp from 3 to Gallant. It
By
has to be normal Gallant. It can't be Gallant X. No. It can't be medieval Gallant. It has to be OG Gallant. But yeah, it lets you just warp like 3 memory.
Digivolves for the costing more.
Depending which Gallant you're going into. You're going to one that costs you. A lot of people don't play this one because anyone who would play this one normally just plays started at Guillemot because he just does the same thing without needing a Takato. But it always just costs 4. But yeah, you wanted to go for the Tamer because Tamer plus Gallant can just do it and keep turn.
But because it's because the other Takato I'm playing gains me a memory when the Digimon is deleted on my opponent's side, so I'm manipulating the memory gauge a bit more. But also it gives Blitz whenever something digivolves into Groundmon or Gallantmon in name. So constantly having that Blitz always triggering and not needing to suspend it is brilliant, because then I can pass over the memory gauge going into that Gallantmon, gaining Blitz and being like, right, then I'm swinging. I could raise up Geo, Biomerge, cool, I've got Gallant, give it X ante, swing, oh cool, go into Gallant X for 1. I'm passing over the memory at 1. And
a funny thing is you could do, because you're playing the Blitz Takato, let's say you had that set up, you promote Guillemon, and let's say your opponent has a very big blocker that can't be deleted, but just can't be deleted. You're like, oh no, but I need 2 more swings per game. You could promote Gil or use Takato to Gallant, not delete anything, gain 3 KDP,
blocker,
Takato Blitz. Now it gives you the effect when digivolving Blitz, evolve into Omnimon X antibody, spin it or remove it, swing with Blitz, raid, pierce through, do a check, end a turn, do a...
Yeah.
Because it keeps that effect climbing up. You don't need to be called Galantmon to keep that effect.
Yeah, no,
So
because
you
it says
can
when
give it to
digivolving you
Omnimon.
gain Blitz, so
Yeah. So that's something you could always do one
it's
day.
very interesting, but
Cool. My
I've-
19k Omni X swings raise into your guy, pierce through, end of turn.
yeah, so it's very funny the stuff you can do with Galantmon. It's just very interesting what Galantmon's feeling like right now. I'm waiting. I'm very much leaning towards Galantmon to go to Bristol with. Haven't 100% specifically picked a deck yet, but Galantmon is a contender. Reason being, both
That's
Joe.
like your 90% pick, I'm
Yes.
guessing. Something like that.
Reason
So
being.
the high choice to pick.
Yeah. Reason being is because BT23 is still yet to come out, and both Joe, you've said wait until BT23 comes out, see what the meta's looking like, but Jamie has pointed out Poseidonmon to me, because obviously I like my Appmons, and Poseidonmon is the new god, and that deck is looking very interesting meta-wise.
I honestly don't think Poseidonmon's like
No.
himself is meh, but
I think it's
the new
interesting
level 4
because...
and 5, that's different.
Yes. It's looking very interesting.
You can OTK with it.
Yeah, it's looking very interesting because of you can OTK with the 4 and 5. Poseidonmon, Jamie pointed out, because it does punish wideboards, but then I talked to Tamas, our other friend who has got his Nationals ticket, has said, Poseidonmon's not great, it's good because it does punish wideboards, but what meta decks are going wide nowadays? Puppets,
Yeah, that's always the decision to make. It always feels like the format's going wide, but then when you sometimes properly think about it, it's like,
Hold on,
really?
hold on. 1 out of 20 decks are going wide in meta.
It's like, why am I always seeing this one deck?
It's all about the matchups, really. It's like,
It is.
here's the thing. I could very much throw a curveball and go to Bristol and play Shoutmon.
You could.
Yeah.
But it's also like, if you are picking a new deck because that's going wide, well, you just stick to Gallant. 'Cause Gallant kills wide boards.
Literally can
so
very much
easily.
deal with wideboards. So
Like,
it's very much one of those things.
Do, so let's kill something.
So yeah, Evo Cup was very fun though. Obviously, I always enjoy it. We saw some new faces as well who did very well for themselves and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be nice. So Evo Cup was definitely fun. Nationals talk. So
Yes.
we just got told by our good friend other Joe M,
Yeah.
that Nationals is going to be a sub 3-day event. Reason being is because obviously the Saturday and Sunday is the actual main Nationals event, finals, whatever you want to call it. Where obviously top 16 will go to day 2, and then there'll probably be side events as well on day 2. But on the Friday beforehand, we have just got told about a regionals, that a last minute
minute qualifier.
Last minute qualifier, there we go.
So, I think it's like, I'm guessing it's like a 60-person event or something like that, because Joe said like top 32 we're actually going to be getting their invite, something like that.
Top 32 event, which is insane to think about how they're doing this last minute qualifier. So either they misjudged how big of an event it's going to be and need more people to fill it up, or they were just like, we're going to be generous, top 32, whatever.
Yeah.
So either they need to fill up...
most things like this, I think, usually are like in the top 32 range. But I think with Yu-Gi-Oh! They tend to be like that. And then they just stopped doing this entirely. It was
Exactly.
annoying. I went to a whole event in Germany with my mates, thinking, oh yeah, cool. I never did any regionals heavily into Digimon. I wasn't doing any Yu-Gi-Oh! Event. But like, come with us. Just enter the last minute qualifiers and just do really well. Done. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll go down there. And I arrive and they're not doing it. I'm like, great.
So
I just spent this money to do nothing.
Come to Germany for no reason.
I'm gonna just hang out with them.
Yeah. So what's nice though is
it's like,
and what's even nice is because it's happening during December. Obviously, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a nice, it's going to be cold weather and everything. But it's very interesting that they changed it from January to December. So unfortunately, Shane, who was just recently with us, he is not going to be able to go. He has got his finals ticket, but is unfortunately out of the country.
It's so annoying that you
He's going to
can't
be
get tickets.
He's going to be halfway around the world at that point. So unfortunately, his national ticket is just going to be whiffed. So whether or not that spot needs to be filled up because of their top 32 is going to be interesting, but it's going to be interesting to see what people play at nationals and everything. If for God knows reason, if I get my finals ticket, like, if that happens, but no, it's going to be an interesting event, 100%. But it'll be even more fun if I can get to go. So it'll be the very first finals I've ever gone to for Digimon. So yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Anything to add to that, Joe?
Looking at 23 as a whole so far, like, just getting up a good old deck builder. It's looking to be a very fun set and a very interesting set, but other than maybe Royal Knights getting some tools to toy around with, I don't think anything huge is up what's going on, other than maybe Ghosts. I think Ghosts is probably like the main thing people are going to be looking at. Eaters, though, is pun intended, I guess, eating very well. 23. But it's going to be and I guess Mastermon as well. Like, those are the three big decks I can see maybe showing up a little bit more from 23. So I still think we're going to be like essentially an EX10 previous format kind of like format.
You don't think BT23 is going to change it up much?
I don't think it's going to change up things or drastically. I don't think we're going to be getting like a tier 1 deck out of 23. I just think you're going to see the tier 2 pool being much wider. So from 23, you're going to have to start letting as she can OTK you. You're going to have to start playing as Eaters a bit more, seeing what they're doing against you. You're going to have to start playing off against Master a bit more, see what they do against you, and so on and so forth, like the list can go on. But it's going to be very fun. I'm obviously just excited for 23 just because I'll get a little bit more. And I'm looking forward to playing against Ebi-chan's deck.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Apps.
So moving on to BT23 talk and everything. Obviously, we just got revealed some new cards with some new Eater stuff and some new support for other decks. Like, we got a new Kingdrasil, which is now just a Digimon, not an egg.
Yes.
Which supports
I knew
both
it'd never
Royal
be
Knight and
I
CS.
thought it was going to be new egg. I thought it's crazy.
So it's very interesting that we got a CS card. A Kingdrasil that benefits CS, which is super interesting and just not Royal Knights. So, which is interesting. We got a new Hawkmon for, I know someone who's going to be very excited about that.
We got a few people.
Yep. And also 2 new Systemons plus a Systemon a Systemon option card, which is very interesting.
Yes, a very Systemon focused one. I love the artwork for it. I love it's got 2 different artworks.
I've only seen one of them right now.
So there's 2 artworks because whenever a card is showing Systemon CL, because of censorship in Japan, so they always have to do 2 artworks for her.
Oh wow.
And that is not only for her own card, but any card she's themed.
Oh no,
So,
on Japan.
Like, I mean, it's because America doesn't want nuns with guns. So,
Oh my god, nuns.
anyone doesn't know, Systemon Noir is literally a nun-like character that you... Obviously, America doesn't want that. So for us, she always gets swapped to CL, who is just basically a taller Blanc with a sword.
Yeah, maiden sword, basically.
But they are technically, by game mechanic, the same Digimon.
Wow.
So she will always have a text that says her name is also Noir and has the virus trait and not data trait. So if you're ever up against, in a big event, up against a Japanese player, if they are playing Noir to you, it's CL, and then vice versa. So the
But also,
game,
I'm pretty sure that...
what state never changes, essentially.
Yeah, but also I'm pretty sure in game rules state anyway, the difference in languages and everything, Japanese cards are not allowed in the EU format.
Oh yeah, I can't
EU
go
cards
to
are not
big
allowed
event and use Japanese card.
Yes,
Vice versa.
and it's the same with
But
vice versa.
Just
So
that one card has a very unique game board.
yeah, which is
But
very...
so for the option card for us, the artwork looks like this. So you've got CL and Blanc, training Agumon and Gabumon. But for Japan...
And for all you listeners, Joe's just showing off the cards.
Yes, sorry.
And everything,
But for Japan, it's just Blanc and Noir, and they just beaten up Gabumon.
Jesus.
Like, they've just, like, done their training, and they're like, they are peaked.
Damn.
But it's the exact same card, which is very, very funny. So if you want to know what the card is called, the System on Sisters Training Gym.
Yes. So
that card is very cute. I really like it.
With all this new system on, I'd love to get Jamie's point of view on how they're going to affect a system on deck, like a Huckmon system on deck. Because obviously he is our system on player. He has been playing them for God knows ever since when they've got released. So I'd love to see his point of view on them. I'll try and get it while we play a DCGO or something. So hopefully you'll be seeing that in the near future. So that will be nice.
I'm very excited. I've been trying to like Joe, other Joe, who's been very into the new Gankumon Turbo style, like Ganku X style. At first, he's like, "Oh yeah, the new option in the cards isn't very great. The sisters aren't very great for that kind of deck." I did kind of like say like, "Yeah, but you still evolve into Jasmine."
Yeah.
And the moment you start thinking about it, like, "Oh, actually, maybe."
Wait. Basically, like, just like you have started the gears turning.
That's it. Give yourself a free system on. Why not? So it's going to be very interesting to see what this new Hawk kind of like line does for the deck. I know that the new Hawk one being a new search is very, very nice. Literally replaces BT6 one that people were using still.
Yeah.
As it can now double hit easier, which is very nice.
100%.
But I'm looking forward to seeing King Drazel, but not for the Royal Knights deck, but for Eaters. I honestly think he works better in that.
Actually, going off of that, Ben, another player of Digimon who was at our locals, I went in because a lot of what the times we do is to test these decks out before we actually get the cards physically. We like to print them out and just see them in.
Does a lot of print.
So I went into his Eaters, and the amount he's playing at, he's still not seeing it. He hasn't seen it in a single game. So he's actually generally thinking about just taking it out straight, but also thinking about upping it to 4 to see it, to see how well it does.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if the problem with a card is that you're not seeing it, that's not a warrant to take it out.
But
you haven't
at the same
actually
time,
used it yet.
Yeah, at the same time, it's up to him to do what he does. So it's going to be very interesting. So
I always love doing deck profiles with him because he's like, "Nah, mate, that's garbage."
Exactly. You two have your little sparks going off against each other. So.
He always gets jokingly offended whenever I don't put 4 trainings in a deck. He's just like, "That's blasphemy."
Well, 4 trainings in a deck has become the norm. With now how decks are playing and everything, 4 trainings is very much the norm. So
I know there's sometimes whenever I made like a Gamamon deck and I didn't put like trainings in, but he was just like, "Nah, mate, come on."
You know what's really funny? I just realised this. I could put 4 trainings into Blue Flare, 4 blue trainings.
You could.
It
You
hits
don't
all
evolve,
of my...
but
Yeah,
yeah.
I do. Yeah, I do.
You don't evolve enough.
I evolved from Metal Greymon into Z Greymon enough, so...
Oh no, guess what? You can do that for free already. The
Not
new
well.
one.
Like, it takes a little bit of setup to do that, but with... So we talked about Evo
Very
Cup,
good.
talked about Nationals, and talked about BT23 new releases. Anything else you want to add in the main discussion?
Let me go through the reveals and see what I like.
I think that's all we got, really. The newest stuff from the last episode was the Drasil Huckmon.
Yeah, I guess the only thing is that I think it's a great time to really start getting into Digimon. Because we're so video game focused and the benchmark then just gets a little bit closer, I guess, for players to start looking at the game. If you've played the video game, maybe start looking into the new sets that you're getting.
More focused on, like, Cyber
Because you
Sleuth
might
and everything.
find that deck that you really wanted to play. So, like, there was a question on Facebook things where it's just like this guy and his wife, they want to get into the game. Like, what decks should they? And I recommended them, as I always do, Adventure, because Adventure is like the best deck to play if you want to get into the game on a more competitive style. The budget's super friendly and it's so customizable. You can do whatever you want with it. But as I always say, like, if you're just getting into the game to just casually play for fun, find your favorite character
And work from
and you
that.
can build a deck around that. And it's so... Before, it was like... Because the card game wasn't really, like, advertised towards the video games as much. Like, we had, like, one or two sets, maybe, that was, like, video game adjacent. Like BT5, for example, that's, like, the biggest one, like, the old CS kind of, like, set. But it was nothing that big. So if you only got into the game, or if you only got into the franchise through, like, the Digivices or the video games, like, the card game probably didn't give you your favorite. But now that we are having, like, two sets of CS themed, and then we're going to get another one from memory, and we had the one previously, which is all about the Fitbit and the little Digivices with the DM deck. Now is the time, if you have that friend of yours, or if you have that person who's just like, oh, I don't know yet, tell them to look at it again. Like, show them these sets. Like, is your favorite here yet? I can make it for you.
Literally.
That kind of thing.
I'd say best way to get into the game, start at your favorite Digimon, work your way into that deck.
That's always
and then,
the best.
Literally.
Always the best way.
So.
If you're trying to teach someone, build an old BT1 deck, a BT2 deck, or something like that. Like, build two decks, play with them, teach them, like, the general mechanics of the game, and if they go, oh, this is really fun, like, what can I build? Now is I feel like it's the easiest time to ask that question.
Literally
Who's
is.
your favorite? What have you played? Have you played this video game? What did you like? Who was on your team? That kind of thing, You've played Cyber Sleuth. Who's your end team? Who did you really like? And they go, oh, I really liked this character. You go,
bang! In you go.
Here's a deck!
Literally.
Like, it's so much easier now. So if you're listening and you're just still trying to get into it, or if you have a friend that they're trying to get into it and they're not looking at it, show them. I think now's the time to show them.
100%.
Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on the reveal. And when Time Stranger comes out next week,
oh god, it comes out next week.
Coming live. Time Stranger comes out next week, or the week that this stream goes live. Keep an eye on that Digidex.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on who's showing up, because if you like the Olympus 12, you're going to get more Olympus 12.
So, yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Alright, I think that's going to end our main discussion.
Yeah.
And we'll go into the end phase for questions and upcoming videos. So we'll see you same as there. Bye. And we are back for our final end of turn phase with questions and answers. And as always, Alex has got a banger of a question. And their question is and this is about the dual card, so going off stuff we have been revealed about.
Yes, if you didn't listen to the last podcast episode.
Yes, we have got announced dual cards, and his question is about them. And we theorized what the dual cards might be, and this is off one of those theories about it being a Digimon option combination card. If the dual cards are the Digimon option, based on the cards we currently have, which cards do you want combined? Let's say the when digivolving and option use are the same. For him, it would be BT8 Zukamon, destroy everything but one, plus Crimson Blaze. So no playing by effects. What two cards would you like combined? Joe? Do you have any idea? Pretty sure that's how they wanted it worded.
If dual cards are Digimon option based on which cards do you want combined? Let's say the when digivolving / on play is to use cost for 3. For me, it's BT8 Shukuimon. Destroy everything but one, plus Crimson Blaze, so no playing like. Okay, alright, yeah, I see. Also, it looks like 50-50. I do like that Crimson Blaze option.
Crimson Blaze is always a good option, though, so...
Crimson Blaze is always nice.
Think of two cards that, like, really would be really funny as, like, a combination.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one in mind. I've got a combination.
Right, you say yours.
Right, my combination isn't going to be what's the word now? Basically, yeah, it's going to be Agumon from Marcus.
Right.
And also the option Rising of Sun. Main effect only, not delay effect. So the main effect is that you get to
Sunrise Buster.
Yes, Sunrise Buster, sorry. Not Rising of Sun.
And Agumon and Sunrise Buster.
So where Agumon searches and gets you a Marcus, Sunrise Buster plays out that Marcus.
Oh my
You can
god.
play out a red or
crazy.
yellow Tamer.
That is crazy.
I mean, it would be very funny to say, hey, I'm going to play for 3 cost, search out, oh look, add the Marcus and secondary effect of duel. But then, if they do duel the Digimon / option effects, it would have to go for a higher cost than 3. Because if you're doing it for the combination...
Yeah, so like, with the question, it's which 2 cards would you combine?
There could be a
so
whole
like,
host of
is
bullshit
it one
combinations.
whole effect in Alex's scenario? Is it just one whole effect? So you just took the stun effect from an option and put it on that? Because I know our initial theory was that the Digimon essentially has 2 ways of playing it. So you had the Digimon, which was just it has his effect, and then you have, if you want to use the card, you get the option.
Yeah, it's like has a secondary play
example,
cost.
It was so like my example was just War Greymon, where it's just like you have your standard War Greymon, Evo, do whatever.
I've been also pondering this. What if they have? Whatever. So I'm also pondering
because then I would have. But if it's like you're taking a Digimon and you're taking an option and you're mixing their effects together, then I would have. If I took your example, I would have applied it to a Rise Greymon itself. So you've got the thematic theming that Rise X is on Sunrise. Then now you just have a Rise Greymon that just on Evo looks at top, looks at top whatever, and then add a tamer and maybe a Greymon dinosaur trait. I don't know, something like that.
But
double hit, and then
yeah.
you get to then play a Marcus Damon.
So I'm also pondering it how the dual cards could have 3 different costs. One for as the Digimon, one as just the solo option version, but then a third cost where they combine the 2 costs of the card to make a third cost and be like, right, if you play this card for this cost, you get both the Digimon and the option effect. So
I guess we
get
could
to unplay the
combine
Digimon and then trigger that. Then you trigger the option effect, but the Digimon stays on board. Yes, it will cost like 8 memory to play a level 3 Agumon, but then at the same time, you're not only getting your search off, you're then getting a minus DP and playing out a Tamer. Going off of what I said, so...
Yeah. I was thinking you could also just like combine both ideas. So like, you got Alex's idea of you take an option card, you take a Digimon, and then you take the 50-50 of the effects and combine them together. But then you have the use option of the Digimon, and you just get like benefit of the option card.
Maybe, yeah.
So it's just like it's just now the option.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Did you think of a combination?
It's half the Digimon, and you get the stun effect from Crimson Blaze. But if you pay 6 for the fusion, the dual card, you just get Crimson Blaze.
Yeah. Did you think of a combination?
No.
Come on, man.
Come on, me. What is it? What can I pick? What do I really, really like?
You like Tire Force.
I do, but that's just simple. That is.
Alright, how about think of something to combine with... I'm going to give you a card. Hexablow.
Okay, cool. Hexablow.
What option card?
Why have you picked Hexablow?
Huh?
Come
on,
I'm trying to look for sets. I'm trying to look at all.
Yeah.
That has a card on.
Hexablow likes to punish drawing, so...
No, that's Mirage.
Oh, Mirage, sorry. Hexablow...
Hex punishes you for having source.
I think. Yeah, it's a very interesting... Alex, why is Alex always got the slapper of questions? God damn.
Alex always gives us the hardest questions, and I never look at them preemptively and like take a week to think about it. I always put myself on the spot.
Well, also remember, this is a pre-recorded episode, so unfortunately, you haven't had a week. You've had 2 hours.
Yeah, true. I had like, yeah. You know what? I think you can tell I'm searching because my hand always shows on camera.
But no, thank you very much, Alex. While Joe's searching, thank you very much, Alex, for this question. It is a slapper of a question. And to all you Spotify listeners out there, please follow, please give us a good rating. If there's anything you'd like us to talk about in the next episode, I'd think you have to go onto YouTube, unfortunately, and give us a comment there. But, yes, thanks to Joe, he's figured out a way for us to be on Spotify now.
Yes. I got there in the end.
Yes.
I just had to do a Google search.
Turns out. Google search.
Right, I think.
Oh, you might have found one.
I want Chimeramon mixed with Wicked God emerges.
Which does what?
I think. So I want Chimeramon of actually I make that one.
Just say it.
So I basically want the Chimeramon to flies. It's frame up.
Stop
If anyone's wondering why I'm doing this, it's because
The
there's
fly.
little fly flying around and it's getting in my way. So I can't think of a way of wording it that doesn't make it just sound completely OP. But I want a Chimeramon that can
Wait, Wicked God Unleashed, doesn't that digivolve?
no, so the Wicked God emerges is you have a delay of deleting a Millennium Mon play Wicked.
Right.
So I guess I can take the concept of that and have it so that I have a Chimeramon that's similar to 19, where if it dies, you can spawn Machine Jump. But then I want him to have an effect that you can delete a composite and play a Millenniumon.
Right.
And just base for Millenniumon. So that would be like my way of...
Interesting.
So
No,
like
that's a
the
very
Wicked
interesting
God
way.
emerges so that it just plays base for. In this theory, you could, if your board is right, end up on 2 base 4.
But then again, you've
Which
got to
would
have
be
a board
really
correct
cool.
to do that. So
Yeah. You need to have another Chimeramon somewhere.
exactly. So it's
Yeah,
just one
so
of
I
those board
can't
states.
figure out the exact wording on it. But yeah, so like I don't know, when Evo delete one of your guys to delete an opponent's Digimon. Then on delete delete one of your Digimon, play Machine Digimon. Like something as simple as that.
I mean, that's like.
But
well,
then
at the same
you
time, we
have
don't know that this is happening, so this is all going off of very much a conspiracy theory.
So like instead of, I guess, on Evo, delete one of your Digimon, delete one of your opponent's Digimon, and then instead of the on delete be deleting one of your Digimon to play a Machine Digimon, it would just be delete a composite to play Millennium.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
You've
just be a very
you've
simple
got
effect.
you got the similar effect of the Wicked God, where it's just delete a Millennium player Wicked God. You're going one stage down, so you're deleting a composite Millennium. That way that can combine with the Wicked God images, and now you delete that Millennium Wicked God.
Yeah.
So you're going off.
That's a kind of good combination.
Yeah, I guess that might be my on top of the head edition. And then if I wanted to add a use option effect,
it would just be the original option
idea as well. Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah, it would just be the original option.
So
just delete. Delete. Either I would just print what Wicked God Emerges does, or just delete a Millennium player Wicked God. But if that's too OP, I'll just copy the delete a composite to play Millennium
very
effect
nice.
and just use that.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna end the episode for today. Thank you very much for Shane for joining us. Yep, and also for all you listeners on Spotify who now can hear our beautiful voices.
So in every video in general, because I changed the setting on YouTube as well. On every single one of our videos, you'll find the link to the Spotify playlist or Welcome to the Applink, where you can listen to it. However you.
If you want to shuffle it, you go shuffle it. If you want to listen from
there,
oldest to newest, you do that.
For you to enjoy. And MP3 versions will go out and go live the exact same day as the video one.
So they'll both be loaded.
I think I can set a time. I haven't tried a schedule yet.
So you'd have to do those manually.
So far, I've just done a mass upload.
Okay.
So
just to catch up.
You will have previous 11 episodes already on there for you to listen to, have fun. and as well as this one, episode 12.
Yes.
And that would be live as well. So I hope you all enjoy it. I apologize if you've been waiting for the MP3 versions.
Yes.
It's taking me a while. I'll just be frank, I don't get funding for this. I don't get paid to do this. Billy doesn't get paid to do this.
We do this purely out
none
of
of
the
us
fun
get
of
paid for this.
the fun of the game.
So I have been trying to do this as low budget free as possible. So that's what I've been trying to do. I've just been trying to find a free way to be free. And I found out that Spotify can do that. I have a paid account to do that. So that's why I've been avoiding. But you can actually just do it for nothing.
Nice.
So there you go. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks again for Billy.
Yeah, no problem.
As always. For joining me in this. Thanks to everyone for listening and watching. And we will, as always, leave your comments down below, either on YouTube videos or on Spotify videos, because you can comment on.
All right,
I will
then,
be
so you
seeing
can
them.
comment further.
So wherever you prefer. As always, thanks always for watching, listening.
Yep.
And we'll see you on the next Applink.
Bye.